Hi guys, welcome back to another cinematic mic review. Today I'm gonna try to get his name right because I was told recently that I've been saying his name wrong the whole time, and I was like, oh man, I feel bad saying his name the whole time. And I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. I'm not sure if I'll get it right, but here's a go at it. I'm gonna be reviewing Denis Villeneuve's Dune. I saw the film last night. I was supposed to go watch Scream last night, as I said in my other video. I did a Scream review. It's up on YouTube already. And I was supposed to go watch Scream last night, but the situation that's going on, I didn't end up going last night. So I decided, you know what, and I didn't have work today, so I said, you know what, I'll watch Dune right now. And I was up late. I put on Dune, and I saw it, and I was getting all excited to see it. And yeah, I have some issues with Dune. Not too much. It was a cool film to watch. But there are some things that I didn't quite I guess I have to say right away. I didn't quite understand the whole thing. I don't know. There was something that was a bit confusing to me. I just didn't understand the purpose or like the premise of this whole situation that's going on with this world and these people. Um, so I don't know if that's for everybody. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that was confused, or if there's like a group of people out there that were a bit confused, or like maybe you need a little bit more knowledge, or you need to read the book to understand it better than the way you do just watching the film. But still, I think a film should actually do the job to actually make, if someone didn't read the book, to help them understand the whole thing about it. And for me, I didn't quite understand it. I was trying to follow it from the beginning till the end, like staying focused on it. That's why I shut off all the lights. It was late, and I was like, no one's gonna bother me, so I try to stay in it. But there are things that I kept hearing about, like this whole thing that, oh, we gotta go get this spice and all that. We gotta protect the spice and save it and everything. And yeah, I know that Oscar Isaac, Leto, I think the House of Atreides are asked to go. I thought they were asked to go actually be like the new owners of Arrakis or something like that. Some like supreme person like actually comes and tells them like, yeah, you guys have to go do this mission. Um so I saw that, and it was a bit confusing. Like I tried to follow it through, but I was getting kind of confused. I did enjoy the film throughout. It was really impressive with some scenes in it. But the whole thing is just that I didn't quite get it from the beginning. And even like Timothy's character, Paul. I mean, I felt like, and I say this sometimes a lot, is like I felt like I was just dropped like in the middle of something that I missed. Like it starts off with him like just yelling, starting like him having some certain, he's going through some kind of issue already. And I felt like I missed like the beginning of that or something. Like I just felt like I just got dropped here, and what's going on with him. I mean, there is something going on with him because it goes back to like his mom and all that, and she's part of this whole group of people, and he's a boy, so there's something that does have to do with it. But I felt like it was like kind of like, did I miss something here? Like what's going on? And then it was a bit of confusion because I mean, when I saw it, the way I said it right now is like they told this Oscar Isaac's character Leto to go to Arrakis to go do all this stuff, but then there's a betrayal in here, and I was just like, wait, what? So why'd you send them over there? And I usually when there's a betrayal, there's kind of a reason to it, but I don't think I ever heard the reason why they got like kind of betrayed. So I was just a little bit confused on that whole situation. I mean, unless I missed it totally, I probably did. But I was trying to pay attention to it as a whole and everything. Because I know sometimes when you watch movies, you do have to pay attention. Because, man, if you miss a scene, you space out, you can miss some really important detail. And I did my best not to do that. I stayed focused, but I still couldn't get it. And I didn't want to go back and rewind it or and hear it, try to like figure it out. Because I just wanted to stay through from the beginning till the end. The film has a great cast in it. I mean, they got Oscar Isaac, who's a great actor. They got Josh Brolin, who's from Sicario, No Country for Old Men. He plays Thanos in the Marvel movies. Jason Momoa, who I know him from the Aquaman films and Game of Thrones. Javier Bardem's in it too, which is badass because freaking again, him and Josh Brolin are in the same movie together. They're both from No Country for Old Men. Zendaya's in it. I'm not sure if I know her from anything else besides like the Spider-Man movies, probably. So I haven't seen much of her work besides the Spider-Man films, and I think she just has a show going on right now, Euphoria, that's getting a lot of praise. I haven't seen it, but yeah, she's in it, and then some of the other actors that Dave Bautista's in it too. You know, he's from Guardians of the Galaxy, other films also. He was in Blade. Oh yeah, he was in Blade Runner too, I think, with Denis, who did the last one, the Blade Runner. and he's in here as a villain. This actor, I forgot his name. I like this actor too. I'm hoping I get his name right. Stellan Skarsgård's in it. And he plays a villain too, and he's like a ruthless villain in here. And this is all freaking great actors that I admire, and they're all in this film, in one film right here. And it was great to see them here, and the characters that they play, they actually stand out as the characters who they are. So I think that kind of helps you connect to them a little bit and actually care for these characters as you watch the film. So yeah, I saw I was trying to focus on it, and I couldn't quite get it, but there are scenes that are impressive. I mean, there's like a scene where there was a scene that I like where it's the sandworm. It's like the first time we get introduced to the sandworm. I'm like, you don't see the sandworm, but you see it like coming or like all that, and it's coming through the sand. And this scene right here, it's like a kind of like a scary, tense scene, like a really uncertain feeling and all that. And I love the way they shot it. I love the sound in it and the whole situation that's going on. And it's a really, I don't know, there's something very impressive of that scene. Even like before that, there are some scenes that are really like great and captivating. And even as I was watching, I have like the plasma TV or whatever screen. And it's like an old school one from like back then. We still haven't switched it out. But even me watching it right there on that screen, I was like, damn, nah, I mean, I should have seen this film in the theater. Not on here. It's not. I bet it's not as great as it was in the theater watching those scenes, and that's what made me miss it more. I was like, damn, I wish I would have seen it in the freaking big screen, not here, because I mean, those scenes look like they would have been nice to see in the theater than on the screen in my living room. The sandworm scene, the one that I said, the beginning, that was a cool scene. There's another scene where there's like a betrayal scene, the whole situation that happens, a betrayal, which is really impressive and kind of emotional when you watch it. And then even a scary scene, I felt like this was scary to me, where someone gets delivered to the bad guy, and just the way it's shot, the way it looks, and it's just like, it seems like if this person was being tortured or something. It's just kind of, he feels sympathy for these people, kind of. Even though I didn't get it, I still had some sympathy for these characters, some of them in there. Some of the other characters more than I did for Paul, I guess, because Paul, I'm not sure if I felt any sympathy for him in here. So it's probably like when he's getting practicing with the whole boxing, maybe a little bit. But like I said, it was still kind of hard to understand him because I felt like I just got dropped and missed something from him. But the other characters I did feel sympathy for. There's a lot of moments in this film where it's like, oh fuck, are you serious? You're like, no, like really? And there's like a few of those scenes in this film, but they make for great scenes. But then you're like, oh shit, and it kind of just bums you out that happened. And so I'm pretty sure that's probably how maybe it happens in the book and all that. So yeah, and I love the look of the film. I love the cinematography. I remember when this film was coming out, throughout the whole time, even up until it was about to come out, I always thought it was Roger Deakins that was in it. I thought he was doing the cinematography, but I don't think it was him. I actually think the guy that's doing the Matt Reeves, the Batman film, is the one that did the cinematography here. And it's still impressive. It's great to see that work. It's really nice to see his cinematography in it. There is something that I felt as I was watching this film. There's a certain scene, and when I saw this scene, I can't remember what scene it was, but I remember this, and I was like, I'm gonna say that in the review. There's a scene that kind of just made it feel like, man, was Star Wars an inspiration for this film or something? Or something about it reminded me of how beautiful like the original George Lucas's Star Wars was, and I was like, I wonder if Star Wars was an inspiration for this film. If then he went to go like look at inspiration of that, or just the way him being like this master filmmaker is just like in, because the scene that I saw was like something very cinematic, something amazing, and the thought of it came into my head right when I saw it. Star Wars popped in my head, and I'm like, man, it's probably like the new generation Star Wars type of thing, you know. But that's the thing that came to my head, so I thought I'd bring it up. Like, I don't know why Star Wars just came up when I saw that scene. I can't remember what scene it was, but just the look of it or like the feel of it, I'm like, damn, this is really like cinematic. And I'm like, it reminds me of something like the original Star Wars film. It does feel like it's a story of a freaking, like a story that has to do with like a purpose. This person has a purpose, a destiny, it's like Luke Skywalker had a purpose, Frodo had a purpose. And so it seems like it's going to be one of those whole situations. That's something I kind of got the vibe from in this film, that it's like this guy is kind of like the chosen one, Paul. So I think he's supposed to be like the savior to these people and everything. I think we've seen that kind of a lot. and it's right here. But this, I mean, you can say it's repetitive and all that, but I actually like seeing this film. I wanted to stick because yes, I gotta admit, it dragged. It does drag for me. I'm not sure for some people. It does drag in some parts where it's just I don't know, and but then it does pick in some parts. It's just hard not to look at the film like or not to like pay attention to like what the situation that's going on. You know, the look of it and then the whole storytelling of it. It's just hard not to like not pay attention. So that was cool. It's like in several. I love like 5 sections of this film, and they're like amazing scenes that if I watch again, I want to. Usually, you probably get like 2 or 1 big scene that's your favorite moment, but here there's like fucking like 5 of them, I think. And then there are the other parts where it kind of just drags and all that. And yeah, I thought that was cool. And then the sets are nice. I think the costume designs are nice. Even the scene where like the one that I like of the beginning when we get introduced to the sandworm and everything, with those like little dragonfly helicopters that they kind of have are impressive, and the things that they use and everything is impressive. And I love that Oscar Isaac's playing like this king, like this ruler. You know, he's the father of Paul, and he's actually an important person in this film. He and I think I love that Oscar Isaac was like that important. He's playing the more important character, probably the more important character from the book, you know. So I like that. I love Josh Brolin's character in it. I like Jason Momoa's character. I love the scene where Javier Bardem comes and he's right there with Josh Brolin, because I'm like, damn, look, there's Josh Brolin and Javier Bardem, and they're both from fucking No Country for Old Men. And then it's not even just that; it's right there in that one scene. It's Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin all together in one scene, and I'm like, damn, that's fucking amazing. They're all like, all 4 of them, great. I think they're great actors, and I'm like, they're right there all together in that room. So that was amazing. And yeah, there. So that's kind of what I thought about the film. There is something that another thing that did bother me from the film. It has to do with the score. Look, the score is not bad, too bad at all. I enjoyed the score, but there's this thing where some movies do this where I don't like it, where the score has like this choir, this opera type of singing to it, and they keep like I see it in like the little gladiator type of films and all that, but there are some movies where they just take it too far, where they just keep on doing that over a scene. They keep playing that same thing over a scene like way too long, where I'm like, dude, I'm tired of hearing that damn thing over the scenes. I'm like, I understand, like you could do it in here and here, and I'm fine with it, but it seems like this film was just a whole bunch of scenes with that added to it, and it really kind of bothered me. It took me off. So I was like, I didn't really like that whole thing that they played that music too much over like so many scenes. Because I mean, like I was like, I just saw a scene that was like that where that music was playing, and now you're doing it again. So that was something that bothered me from the film. But other than that, yeah, it was amazing to see the film. I'm glad that I saw it. I regret not seeing it in theater. There were some big scenes that I was like, damn, I bet that shit looked really beautiful on the big screen. But I love seeing it from beginning to end. It is a story I might follow if the second one comes out or the third one. Well, they said the second one's green lighted already. So I'll see if I get to see it. But yeah, I just told you, like, I just don't understand too much. Guys can make fun of me, all like, oh, you stupid and all that or whatever. But it was hard for me to get like, okay, what's the point of it? You know, like I understand, oh yeah, they're going there to save the spice, because I guess the spice it helps out with certain things and all that. But I don't know. And then the betrayal is like, I don't know. I didn't get like an answer to it. Maybe there was an answer, but I didn't see it. I was like, why did the betrayal happen? What was the reason for this? If this person's the one that brought them in, I was like, so it was a bit confusing for me, but I'm not sure if like the other books are going to answer it, the other movies are going to answer it. It was just hard to pick up on it. I was thinking about it after I watched it, or when I was thinking about doing my video and how I was going to explain this to you guys. I was like, maybe I should watch some like analysis videos on this Denis Dune and see what people are saying about it. Maybe I'm missing a better perspective on it, and maybe I did miss the point of it somehow, and it was just right there in front of me. But yeah, I don't know if there's other people that are like me that kind of felt like it was a bit confusing. And then again, yes, it did drag in some parts, but just the cinematography, the look of it, and the acting too. I mean, even if it drags, it's just I kept paying attention because I mean, yeah, you see Oscar Isaac's face, you see Jason Momoa's face, you see Josh Brolin's face, you see Javier Bardem's face, and I mean, these are great actors that I admire and I love their work, and I can't keep my eyes off of it because they're right there, and I'm just paying attention to it. But yeah, but there are things where it's just like I dragged a bit. But I think other than that, I think it was a cool movie. I think it was fun. I hope to understand it a little bit better. I'm gonna do some research on it to see if I could pick up a bit better on it and see what's it all about. Um, but I don't regret like buying it at all. I think it was great. I just fucking regret not going to the theater and watching it. That's something for sure. I'm gonna be watching the special features probably after I'm done editing this video because yeah, I was gonna watch it last night, but it was already late. So I'm probably gonna do that after this. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Denis Villeneuve's Dune. I think that's all I have to say for it. If you guys enjoyed my video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.